Hello everybody, and welcome to my Let's Play of Toontown. This is my toon, Maestra. She is 116 Laugh, so as you can see this is not going to be a normal Let's Play of Toontown. I've already done quite a bit of work on her, because if you're familiar with this game, you know that you start as a level 15, and I am well above that. So, let's explain why. She is soundless. These are my gags. I have maxed gags and max amount you can hold, whatever. And let me show you my stats, which will explain my laugh. So, as you can see, there's many parts to this game. I have maxed a few already. This is options and teleport, whatever. This is gags, which I already showed you. I don't have any tasks. I already have all my gags for gag training. I have a full cog gallery, I guess. I have maxed fishing already, so I have all my laugh from fishing. I have maxed racing, so I have all my laugh from that. I do not have my cell suit. I have my cash suit due to tasks. I do not have my law or boss suit. I have SOS, but this is field office SOS. I'll explain more about that later. And I am one laugh point away from maxing gardening, and I have maxed golfing. So as you can see, I have my cash suit due to tasks in order to get the 100 laugh from tasks. I have maxed everything, all the side quests, or whatever you want to call them in this game, except for that last point in gardening. So basically, I have done everything but suit laugh in this game, on this toon. And the reason for that is I don't want distractions. This Let's Play is going to be about strategy for being soundless. It is probably the most frowned upon type of toon. It is probably the hardest type of toon to be, because this game is so directed toward teamwork and not a lot of people want to work with soundless, so that makes it hard. But if you use strategy, good planning, and you prepare, and you're patient, and you work hard, and you have a good attitude with people, I think you can be a really good soundless. So that's what this Let's Play is going to be about. It's going to be about how to be the best soundless you can be, because it's so out there and not accepted as of right now. So I'm hoping I can change that. So you probably want an explanation for my name. I guess I'll explain now before I get a lot of questions when this gets posted. This means it's Maestra. That means the female version of a conductor in an orchestra. It's kind of an inside joke because I don't have sound. I'm not sounding. I'm kind of like directing, because the way I'm going to play, I'm probably going to be a little bit bossy. Well, maybe not bossy, but just I'm going to be doing things that require people to use certain types of sound at certain times, so I will be instructing a lot. So that my name kind of goes along with that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you will keep an open mind and let me show you what I can do, and maybe you can learn a thing or two about how to be soundless. I hope my videos are educational and not fought over or whatever. So thank you for watching. So I thought about just jumping into starting suits, but then I thought, well, wait, you guys need to know how to get there first, as a soundless, as just a toon in general wanting to work suits and being accepted. Because especially in Cellbot HQ, I see a lot of low toons with not the best gags, wondering, well, why aren't I being picked? Why aren't I being taken? Will you please invite me to your boarding group? Whatever. Well, I'll be explaining what you need to do in order to get accepted in this community and start working suits. So, when I was working my tasks, when I was working my gags, when I was developing this toon's laugh in order to prepare to make these videos, I soloed a lot of my gag training. I had some really good friends from my other high toons. This is my 4th toon, by the way. From some of my other toons helped me out, which was really helpful, but a lot of it I did myself, and I'll explain why. Gag training isn't really that hard. If you do it in buildings, like 4 or 5 story buildings, which you'll find throughout the playgrounds of all throughout this game. You can get up to 200 points per building, and that can be in more than one gag track sometimes, if you train properly, if you have high enough gags and you do it properly. So I suggest you max your gags completely, no matter what gags you have, no matter what laugh you are. If you're going to be an Uber, especially, I'll get into what an Uber is later, if you guys wish, but just max your gags, period. Just get the gags that you want or that you plan on having for that specific toon for whatever reason, and just max them before you do anything else. So, and Little Old Man would agree. That's why he gives us 24-story buildings to do as a task. I'm sorry if I spoiled that for anyone, but it's pretty well known, so I'm not too worried about it. So, max your gags, and then just have a good attitude with people. People tend to have bad, biased opinions on low toons. So if you have lower laugh when you're trying to fight bosses, which I've done a couple of times on some of my low toons, just be patient with people. If people are smart enough, they'll know to check your gags. A lot of people don't check gags, and a lot of people get invited when they're between like the 110 and up level, which is kind of stupid because a lot of toons, even at my level, don't have maxed gags sometimes, and gags are really important. They are the life of this game, basically. If you have high gags, no matter what laugh you are, you have a way better chance of surviving a battle than not. So focus on your gags as your first step before you start working on suits and wanting to get invited to things, before you even start doing things with people. Because like I said, I knew I was going to be soundless, I knew I was going to be not as accepted, so I took it upon myself to do the icky parts of this game by myself, and with people who are willing and offering to help me. So that's it for today's video. Max your gags, and the next video will be so what.